think about this with profiting, with taking profits, because this is something you guys need to start getting in your head. Bull run is starting soon, I believe. You need to start thinking about taking profits, pulling profits. So because of that, you got to figure out, okay, if you've had a hard time with that, what has been your core belief? What has been your core fear that's been driving you to mess that up? I'm not a financial advisor. What has been driving you to mess that up? Is it your own personal financial lack? That you're in so much debt, or you have, so your house payment is so high, whatever it is, you feel like you've got to get the maximum value and you're going to hold out until it happens. How many times has that happened? It doesn't really happen for people. People don't ever sell the top. What kind of life do you want? How do you shape that? You shape it with words. When you affirm the things you believe by saying them out loud, and even more importantly, when you don't say things that are the opposite of what your core beliefs are, right? So, for instance, if one of my core beliefs is something having to do with trading and taking profits, right? And that core concept of faith is, I'm going to have faith that the thing that's worked for many, many years, 12 years for people now plus, in crypto is going to work for me. If you are not pulling profits when it's a really green day and you have hit a mile marker, then you're not acting out your core belief. And you don't want to say things to counteract that. You don't want to say things like this. Well, I tell you, I'm going to pull the profits when it hits 3x. But if the volume is good, and we're in an uptrend, then I would probably let it sit. No, that's the opposite of your core belief. Your core belief here is that taking profits is going to be a good thing. Taking profits is a good thing, and it's not urgent. You don't have to be pulling profits every time it moves, but you do need to have markers and goals to where you're going to be able to pull profits and do things that are good. And so you just don't want to speak out loud things that are the opposite of what your goals are. You should never say anything out loud that flies in the face of your goals. Would never want to say, one day I want to own the Falcons, right? I would never say something like, you know what? That sounds like, now I'm sitting here thinking, I saw that coach, man, that'd be a lot of work. Man, I sure wouldn't want to do that. I think I still want to own the team. No, you don't want to say stuff like that. You don't want to speak things out loud. Your thoughts are different than your words. You can think things and you keep them up there. And you try to purge them, you try to meditate, you try to get rid of that, anything in your head that may be negative, but you can control this. You can't control your brain 100%. Yeah, only through meditation, a lot of stuff, can you get to a point where you can control your brain and stay focused. We know the attention span is destroyed here in America. I think you TikTok and all this stuff. But the fact is, things now are a lot different. The attention spans have been completely destroyed and people can't stay focused. But people that can stay focused, they still are not going to stay focused 100% of the time with their brain, okay? But a lot of monks, they don't speak. They don't speak. The monks know that they can't control their brain 100%, their minds, their thoughts. They can shape it, they can do it almost, a lot of them, but not perfect. But they know they can control this. Your mouth is like a rudder that steers your ship. And I know I'm preaching to the choir right here. But it is something important. Your words are so important, the things that you say. They have the power to give life and the power to destroy, the power to create. You can create positive images for people. Instead, sometimes you focus on destroying them. And one of the reasons why, I believe, is because of fear and judgment.